Mentorship for leaders in the AI age. Three strategies. In the AI age, leaders are under more pressure than ever to make harder decisions faster. And with the emergence and pervasiveness of AI, mentorship for leaders becomes more useful than ever. Leaders are under stress in this age of AI. Between 2015 and 2025, engagement among managers and leaders declined from 35% to 27%, yet 70% of team engagement results from leadership and management influence, according to Gallup's 2025 Workplace Survey. While many are chasing the shiny object that is here to stay, AI, time-tested mentorship for leaders, as we previously discussed about 18 months ago, always plays an important role. Mentoring can improve engagement among leaders and by extension to the team members they lead. As a 2025 Gallup survey states, manager, that is leader, engagement is the key to reversing declining productivity, improving employee well-being, and unlocking trillions in economic potential. Fully 75% of executives give credit to mentoring for their success, while 90% of employees with a career mentor are happy at work, as reported in the Harvard Business Review. In this article, we examine a variety of leadership challenges that come with the impact of AI, and how mentorship for leaders can improve individual and organizational performance in the coming year. So what is mentorship for leaders? In an earlier article, we examined leadership mentoring and its benefits. Its principles are useful when applied to address the challenges of the AI age. Again, these principles include mentoring versus training. Training involves learning a specific set of hard skills, usually in a short amount of time. By contrast, mentoring is a longer process, designed to build relationships and soft skills like professional judgment and people management. Mentoring versus coaching. Coaching and mentoring share certain goals, but use different methods. Coaches are generally from the outside of the organization and guide clients to find their own solutions. Mentors most often come within the organization. They offer experience and advice, as well as transmitting institutional knowledge and organizational culture. Effective mentoring. Mentors can develop a more productive relationship with their mentees by 1. Setting overall goals at the beginning to meet specific needs. 2. Being willing to share their own challenges and struggles. And 3. Staying open to feedback to ensure the mentee's needs are being met. Mentoring benefits the mentors as well. Mentors report greater job satisfaction and can improve their own skills, including the opportunity to learn new skills and encounter new perspectives from young, emerging leaders. Leadership challenges in the AI age. The pressure on leaders increased significantly in 2025, according to Martin Gutmann, in his recent article published in Forbes. Gutmann assembled a panel of executive coaches from across the globe to discuss the biggest challenges facing leaders today. The headline finding is familiar. Leaders are still overwhelmed, Gutmann writes, but the nature of that overwhelm has changed. In prior years, leaders were facing uncertainty and burnout while trying to keep the ship afloat. In the past year, the ship is still taking on water, but it's being remodeled mid-voyage, Gutmann explains. Put differently, the pressure isn't just to endure disruption, it's to make faster calls, implement new technologies, often AI-related, and restructure organizations while leaders themselves feel less centered than before. The impact of AI. The main driver of leadership stress has been the transition to AI technologies. The panel's blunt assessment: there is overwhelming investment in non-proven AI solutions, such as large language models, which often leads to reducing headcount too quickly. accelerating pace of change. Leaders are being asked to make hard decisions faster than ever, making them feel trapped in a tempo that punishes reflection, right when reflection would prevent most avoidable mistakes. In our last blog post, we discussed reflective thinking as a means of gaining deeper insights. Connection and purpose. In a world obsessed with speed and results, leaders struggle to stay connected to their teams, their purpose, and often to themselves, according to the panel. Role transitions. Finally, the panel reports a dual tension facing leaders who must drive transformation while their own roles are changing. 3 strategies for leaders and how mentoring can help. The Forbes article identifies 3 correctives to help leaders cope with the demands of accelerating change. We'll also discuss how an internal mentor or an outside coach can help leaders bridge the gap between demand and resources. First, slowing down for reflection. The panel's first and most urgent recommendation is to slow down for reflection. In the author's words, in high-pressure environments, slowing down isn't a luxury, it's risk management. In the last article, we found that leaders may spend only a few hours each week in deep thought or reflection. But without it, leaders run the risk of overwhelming their teams with shifting priorities and reactive thinking while losing sight of organizational values and purpose. The key to slowing down is to build a practice of setting aside a regular time for reflection. A mentor can encourage new leaders to develop this practice and help keep them accountable, for example, by discussing the results of their reflections. Senior leaders may look to peer mentors to seek an executive coach for the same assistance. Second, navigating change. The panel's second suggestion is to build skills for navigating change without neglecting its emotional and psychological aspects. In the rush towards AI transformation, change fatigue is a risk for everyone. Leaders can use several strategies to mitigate the practical side of change fatigue. Among these are 1. Building in periods of stability. 2. Focusing on a few changes at a time. And 3. Involving employees in the decision-making and implementation, also known as open source change. To mitigate the dual tension facing leaders, driving organizational change while individual roles change, mentors can provide valuable perspectives from their own leadership journeys. Sharing the challenges of growing into new and different roles can ease the transitions facing new leaders. Third, EQ and human-centered values. A third corrective for leaders is to move toward greater understanding and connection. Needed now more than ever are leaders with the human skills that can't be replicated or replaced by AI, in the panel's view. The skills needed include emotional regulation, which helps leaders respond to challenges in positive ways. Also needed is emotional intelligence, which helps build self-awareness, empathy, and better relationships. Mentors can play a crucial role by helping leaders to identify the triggers that can lead to emotional outbursts and by helping to develop the self-awareness that underpins emotional intelligence. Sharing the mentor's personal experience has the added benefit of making what might be mischaracterized as a touchy-feely subject both tangible and practical. Only by addressing the inner aspect of change can leaders master the volatility of the AI age. As Gutman writes, taken together, the message is straightforward. The remedy isn't more speed, more certainty, or more output. It's stronger inner leadership so leaders can restore outer leadership. If you'd like to learn more about mentorship for leaders and managing the challenges of the AI age, please contact us.